All right, guys, good evening to everybody. This is Cal, and thank you for coming in for this session. The creating of this session is actually for the competition that is happening in Singapore, whereby we want people to try to become the champion of Singapore, all right, so that we can show that things are moving as planned. The thing is this, I know that there was a change of timing. It's supposed to be 9 p.m. Singapore time, but because I just finished my class in Vietnam and I have another meeting to go at this 9 o'clock, so I have to do this with you guys right now. Yeah. Now I'm going to go straight to the point on what are the key things to watch out for to improve on your trading with the Crazii system. Now this thing, we have been watching it for a while and we realized that the accuracy is kind of high. So that's why we want you to consider using this strategy to trade in the market. Okay. So Susan, I'm going to make you the co-host so that you can actually allow people to come in. Yeah. Okay, Susan, I'm going to make you co-host right now. So all the people who are on the waiting list, just let them come in. Okay. All right. So the thing is this, what am I focusing on right now is this particular way of trading that I can use on day chart and 5-minute chart, and that is the combination of K trend followed by diamond line followed by KSI. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Yeah. So Susan, please handle the participant. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at this chart here. You can see that definitely that. Okay, wait, I change my color. Now, this is definitely a K trend on the downside because the yellow closing here is lower than the one over here, right? So without a doubt itself, this is a K trend potential. And how do I know what to do tomorrow? Actually, it's pretty simple. All right. You just have to, every day when it's finished and you know that there could be a potential suspect of a K trend, you just need to draw a horizontal line at the closing price of the yellow candle. Can you see that? So it's very simple. Tomorrow, if the market open and is still above OP and is a yellow candle, you just have to buy. But if the market after it went up, pull back and go below the OP and the candle turn to red color, in this case, you can see, sorry, it has turned to red color over here, then that means that the market is going to have a sell movement. Now, you can see there's two things here. One, it is a K trend. Two, it is a diamond line over here. So which means that it's a combination of K trend and diamond line at the same time. Susan, there are people in the waiting room. You need to check, Susan. Okay. All right. So because of that, that means that this will become a sell signal once the market goes down. So it's a combination of K trend and diamond line. But of course, you will say, Raquel, the KSI is green, and how? Now, the KSI is green. That means that the market, you can sell, but don't expect it to go down too fast, and your lot size is supposed to reduce. Okay? Only when the market is still down and the KSI is red, then you can go for bigger lot size. Now, obviously, in K trend is downtrend, followed by uptrend, then followed by downtrend again, right? So obviously, if you are a seller here, if you're selling something right here, then the target will be the lowest point of the uptrend because that is where conventional trader will put their stop loss. So given this thing here, you are going to sell right here and target based on the day chart of what usually people will buy and put their stop loss at. And you can see the market truly traded down all the way here. Now, from this angle here, from this point of selling to the technical level is almost $298. Yes, just a little movement like this is actually worth $200 to $98 to $300 movement. Now, you can imagine if you basically do one sell contract, you will make at least $30,000 if you hold this position. No kidding. All right, no kidding, huh? And that is if you do one contract down. But if you at the same time you do something like this, whereby along the 5-minute chart of every single day, you continue to apply the K trend, then and your TP all put at the same point, that will easily bump up your winning by a lot more. Can you understand this? You understand whatever I just say? Press number 1 right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue and see what happened over here. Let me take away the pivot first, not to make yourself confused. Okay, so you can see again that there is a K trend over here. So obviously it's out, right? People who will be buying, their stop loss most likely will be here. And you can see the market really come down to hit that stop loss, which is around here. And there will one more K trend, which is here. So you can sell again additionally over here. So that means that the sell, right, there were two. One is here. The other one is here. Can you see that? And all the TP is based on this particular point where the market really come very nearby to it. All clear? Now this sell is very good because if you notice carefully, the market here went up, but the KSI retained as red. So because of that, right, we know that the market, once it comes down, the market will really sell hard. Now, one thing that I like to see is that I like to see whenever this happens, when the market is going upwards and the KSI is red, that means that once the market break down, usually the selling will be strong and it will be able to go down to the target level that usually it will go. All right. Okay. So now everybody take a look right now. Is there a K trend on gold right now? Yes and no. Why is it no? Because the thing is this closing is higher than here. So this is not a lowering yellow. So that means that there's no downtrend for gold on Monday. I repeat, there's no downtrend for gold on Monday. Then how about the uptrend? The lowest rate is here, then the lower rate is here, right? So this guy is also going downwards. So sorry, my bad. It should be here, and this is here. All right, this is going downwards. So there is no upward trend for the rate side. So what's happening now in short is that there's no K trend for gold, whether it's up or down. Are we clear? There's no K trend that is clear and visible, all right, in the market. So if you concur with me, press number 2 right now. Okay, so we can continue to look out for more K trend example. So we bring in oil. So oil was there a K trend. Let's take a look. Now, when you do this, when you do MT4, it's very easy that the diamond don't come out because of the calculation issue. So if you look at this, right, there's no diamonds across the board, right? So how do we do this? Right click, refresh, then the diamond will pop up. And now it becomes much clearer, yeah? Okay, so let's take a look here. So you can see that this is a yellow candle on its own versus the other yellow candle on the left side. This will give you a very strong indicative that there could be a potential downtrend coming in. So same thing, the step to do that itself is to draw a line at the closing price. Now in this case, it's a KCL. Okay, someone draw my, oh dear, who's drawing on my screen? Okay, so it's a KCL, and Arvin, are you drawing my screen, Arvin? Okay, so when that happens, okay, this thing will be below, there's a K trend followed by a red candle, all right, and a diamond line. So because of that, right, this is definitely a strong sell candidate when the KSI is also red. So this sell is very good because it has the K trend, it has a diamond line, and very important thing itself, the KSI is also red. So that gives us a very strong sell signal over here. All clear? If all clear, press number 3 right now. Now this session won't be that long, yeah, because I think that most of you are, I think, quite clear with this K trend and everything like that itself. So I think that we can finish it in about half an hour to 40 minutes, yeah? So it won't be dragging you too long. Okay, so now after that, you can see that the gold really, oil sorry, go down, yeah? Okay, so what made me buy oil recently is because I kind of noticed this. When the oil is coming down all the way, all right, down, right, until the start of July, I kind of realized that the doji there are quite a few. And the market has tried its best to sell, but it's not going down. So when the market cannot go down, even though everybody is selling, the opposite will be true. All right. So, and if you look carefully, after there is a blue diamond, you should put the diamond line, right? So put the diamond line is here, and you can see what happened. The market tried to stay above the first blue diamond. Then subsequently, you have to follow the second one, which is, well, the next diamond. And you can see even clearly, the market just cannot stay above the diamond line. And the one that break the camel's back is because of this KCL there. When the KCL happened, the market stays above, right? And when the market realized that this is what's happening, they decided to break this one here, and after that had to trade up all the way towards the $91. So why was I very keen on this? Because when the market was really flat, you can see that the KSI retained a strong green. So either that means that there's a very strong candidate inside here, or basically we are talking about a lot of things being done, because all this thing is part of this reason for this zoom, yeah. Okay, so that is what we see right now for oil. There isn't much for oil. Okay, the nearest KCB is somewhere around here, which the market almost touched it before coming down. So if we touch it, then of course we have a new era, because you can see there is no KCB after that until here. Okay, not drawn to scale, yeah, somewhere around there. All right, so that is what's happening to oil right now. Now, oil price going up is really something that we all anticipated, because oil is very sensitive to the Middle East, and Middle East now is spreading its arms and wings to the different part of this Middle East side. That created a lot of tension, and of course, plus the tariff make it even worse. So the question that I want to ask is that, okay, Cal, on Monday, which is the gold market, let's take a look. On Monday, gold is a doji day. Now, what should we do for a doji day? Now, I said this many times before. I want to say this again. When it's a doji day, the market usually, if it's OP, all right, it will go up first, and then after that, tumble all the way down. Vice versa, it could tumble, it can go down first, and then shoot all the way up. Can you understand? So because of that itself, right, tomorrow we have to take notice, okay? What should we do? So what we do is that you go to the black and white chart, all right, to make it simple. If the market choose to go down, then the market has to do what? All right, so if the market is supposed to go down tomorrow, okay, for some reason, okay, this is the KCB. Can you see that? This is the downside KCB. But to be very, very, very certain, this white color candle, the opening price has also must be used. So which means that there are two numbers to watch out for. One, it will be the KCB that's before that. That is around, let me see, the white diamond, right? That means it's about 4048. I repeat, 4048. So if the gold price is to drop below 4048, that means there will be some real selling coming in. And the next one can be as low as the next number here, and that is the opening price is 4010. 4010. Okay. And the next number here itself is 4010. So which means that if gold tomorrow go down, 4048 will be the first important support. And if the market breaks below 4048, that means there's a very high chance the market is going to go down to 4010. Now, tomorrow morning, there'll be no market watch. Tomorrow morning, don't have, so that's why I'm sharing with you. On the flip side, the market at the high. Now, let's take a look. If the market decided to rebound today for FOMC meeting or just for the fun of it, then the upside is clear. The market must go all the way up to here, the nearest KCB, and that will give us give the market another weightage here. Only if the market can break above, then you can look for the upside. So for now itself, right, the target here is 4020. So we just aim towards that. All right, so this is the doji directional day that we're talking about. And you look carefully, my friends, whenever there is a doji day, the next day is almost always, is a directional day. Okay, I cannot say it's 100%, but it's not failed me for a while. So you can see what happened is that whenever there is a, yeah, whenever you see a doji that's happening here, you notice that the next day, there's a high chance that the market will go up first a little bit and then turn downwards, right? So that's why I suspect tomorrow will be the same. The market has already done a doji, as you can see on the screen right now. So tomorrow is either all the way up or basically all the way down, and the data entry over there. So traders, tomorrow is the doji day. So you just have to try to make some money out of this because it's going to be very, very helpful for traders. All right, we realized that a lot of people lose money during casualty rate last year. So that's why, because when the market started to go up, right, they think that it's overbought. Then they forget there's a DJDD, and then after that, the price keep on surging higher until they train and the thing just collapse. Okay, so this one, just take note of that, yeah. All right, so doji directional day is very, very powerful. I've seen this time many times. Whenever you see that, you should take advantage of this. So what we cover now is the K trend followed by the diamond line followed by the KSI to get alignment. All right. Terrence, your question is, meaning gold in the morning can go up, then 9 a.m. start to go down. We don't know whether it will go all the way, it will behave like this. I mean, usually when gold come in, you will see morning is a fake move, then after afternoon, the real move. So I cannot give you a direction of whether it's going to be up or down. It's not possible. Whether we play by the year, by the OP, and how the market trim in tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is the first day of the trading week, but we all know that gold do trade in Saudi Arabia. So just now I just saw the gold is actually higher now. It's higher. So I assume that that is the it's better than definitely it's above. No, it's not green, but yellow. So we can actually take a look. So now what we can see at the moment, you can see that you don't need to wait for 9 a.m. Tomorrow's a Monday, so follow the OP rule from 6 o'clock if you want to. If you want the stability, then you wait for KTR plus 1, then follow through the buy, or the market break below KTR minus 1, then you follow through for the sell. But if the market really hit one of the KTR and reverse instead back to above OP or below OP, then I think that is usually the start of the DJDD. You understand? All clear? If all clear, please key number 4 for me. Now, sorry, but I'm really very tired out because I have 9 hours of sharing today, yesterday and today. So if you can't hear me clearly, it's because now I have a very big ulcer on my tongue. Yeah. Okay, so there is the target. So where is the KCB? The next one will be here. Of course, by right, the next KCB is actually at the opening price of this white candle, yeah? So 4048, if break down, then the next target is 4010. If the market stay above OP, it's set to go up, then the target is for 4119, okay? 4119. These are all not drawn to scale, and it's a rough estimated level. Okay, so that is the goal for tomorrow. Now, on Tuesday, Wednesday, there will be FOMC meeting. So most likely, based on experience, Monday it will move. Then after that, Tuesday, Wednesday, it will not move. Okay, so let's see whether I'm right. If the worst thing happen is tomorrow also do another doji, then Tuesday will be a very good day to trade. Now, is there a possibility of 4 doji or 5 doji? Now, the maximum doji that across consecutively is 4. And that was because of the FOMC meeting plus the Nikkei WOJ meeting. So the whole thing just basically went sideways for 3 to 4 days before it decide to take a direction. Now this really once in the blue moon, yeah. So you don't need to worry about that. Just tomorrow follow the OP rule should be fine. Now tomorrow I will be, although I don't market talk, right, but I will watch the market very closely. And of course I will shout out if I say necessary. Okay. All right, next thing I want to share with you, hold on. So you can see very clearly that even though there was three players wearing the same, wearing the yellow candle, but you can see the KSI is red. So if the market do come down, it's a very high chance we can see this coming in. Okay, all right. Now, don't forget you will have your pivot tomorrow. I took away the pivot so that it can be safer and easier. But tomorrow, please put in your this pivot in. If not, you will miss out the pivot. Okay, so now the next thing I want to share with you is a very important 5% chart that I shared this many times with some of you. And I'll share this with you again. Now, let's take a look at this interesting thing that I just shared with the panelists earlier. Now, we all know that when the market hit the 100% and it will pull back to 80% and below, this will become a detriment. This is going to be a very strong sell signal. But if you look carefully into history, every time when there is a so-called, some meeting and gathering, right, you notice that the market really will have some impact. So you can see right now, this is what happened to gold the last 3 months. You can see that gold basically once it loses the 80 percentile level, it is allowed to free flow. So same thing again, once you allow, then of course it will be a free flow to a downside. Okay. So the question is this: what is the number that you may want to ask me, right? The number is very simple. We take the highest point and then multiply by 0.75. So if you take the 5598 and you time by 0.75, sorry. What do you get as a number? You get 4198. Okay, you get 4198, and that's why the market actually really, after it breaks down below the 80% mark, it came down almost immediately to that support. But you can see clearly the market just cannot go up, right? Even though with the this thing here as well, the market just refused to go up. Once it touches there, it's like a confirmed thing. We just have to expect it to come down again. Okay, all right. So that is the 5-minute of 25% rule of Crazii. And of course, if you look carefully, if this is actually 75%, then where is that 8%? This is the 85%. All right. And then what happened? You can see right now, if I go down some more, I take 5598. I take 5598 multiply by 0.7%. I'll get another new number, and that number is 3918, right? Yes, 3918. And if you look carefully, guys, this is going to be very crazy. If you look carefully, the market, right, really come very near to 3918 back then. It came very near, and then after that, it retested again nearby before it zoomed up. But when it went up, right, do you notice this? The market actually stopped here exactly at 4198 before pulling back down. So that means this 4198 and 3918 is very important. I repeat for gold, 4198 is a very important number. If gold can break above 4198 and stabilize, there's a very high chance gold will go all the way back to 4486. All right, and if gold come down instead tomorrow, then the support that I'm looking at 3918. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 5 right now. Now, for those who just joined us, you missed quite a fair bit already. All right. And I apologize for changing the timing, but we did give you advance notice earlier. So for those who are going to look at gold to next coming week, take note 4198 will be the biggest resistance. The biggest support will be 3918. Okay, so that is what we're looking out for gold next week. Now, next week, most likely the FOMC meeting, there will be no rate hike or rate cut. It will just be status quo. But very high chance the market will tell you that it's better to have a rate hike, and that will definitely rock the market, especially if Kevin Walsh cannot convince people. So that's why, if you ask me itself, right, I think there's a very high chance that gold will come down to 3918. And if the gold do stabilize around there, you can buy a small position and then put a stop loss there and let it run. And how high will it go? Well, basically, based on what I'm seeing right now, it should be the same thing. That means that gold come down. If it comes down, hit here, stabilize a few days, and then maybe the next month try again. And of course, if we can go higher than 4198, then of course the next number can be as high as 4478. Very nice number, yeah. All right, so got it, everybody. This is number 6 right now. Please key number 6. Okay. So this the song I was telling you, right? The 5-minute chart, day chart, all can use with the rules that I mentioned, which is that basically you have to wait for a K trend, then followed by a timeline, and KSI has to be the same color to the direction before we actually activate a buy or sell. So let me just do one more example for all of you. Let's take a look on the next market. Let's say we do on Nikkei. All right, so same thing again, we just apply what we learned. Different market doesn't matter. And this is the Nikkei. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nikkei until now, there isn't any yellow candle. So that means that there's not really have a K trend here, right? Not really. If you look carefully, the rate closing of this guy is here. And our closing at the moment is the same thing. So the market now, if it goes down, then the whole thing will change. All right, but if you look carefully, if the market now has a higher rate, the moment if Nikkei is okay, turns to yellow, we can still buy towards the K trend. Okay. All right, so that is how we do our K trend live. All right, to everybody. So you can see over here, I'll show you the 1 minute. Let's slow down. Okay, let's try the next market is Hong Kong Hang Seng. All right, you can see over here that the Hong Kong market at the moment now, right, has been coming down. there's a blue diamond over here. So once the market goes below the diamond line, you don't need to think so much, just sell. Especially you can see this is a K trend down, right? Right, so it's a combination of the market that is having a K trend, then the diamond is actually there, and the KSI is along the same direction of it. So once the market break down, it will be a sell. And even when the market recover, all right, with this particular pace here, you can see that the market did go up, but the KSI is having a red candle. So what can you do? Expect the fall to come in again. So people who buy, they'll definitely put a stop loss somewhere around there. Okay, so that is what people will always do when they are trading. All right, if you can, press number 7. That will be the next number to watch out for. Okay, so for Hang Seng, there isn't any trend. No, there's a trend. Look at it. Now look at the yellow cluster that they have versus the yellow cluster that you can see that this is a downtrend, right? So unless the market go all the way up to basically hit the 29,000, 25,000, sorry, 25,968. All right, it's actually very possible. Okay, all right. So the thing is this: if the market do turn to red candle, then I think that the first target you could be seeing will be as much as 24,267. All right, so this is actually very possible, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the thing here. Now, Cal, if there is no K trend, how do we know that the market is going to go up? Now, remember, guys, don't because there's no K trend, you forget your diamond line. So if you place a diamond line over here, you can see very clearly the market just cannot go down. Even the KSI is red. And of course, once the candle turns to yellow, which is the next color here, then it'll be very clear and you draw a diamond line and then you have the market forces with you before they actually achieve what we want, right? Okay, so just take note of that, yeah. All right, the other market that I'm watching closely today is the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has a very interesting, what they call, relationship with the Nasdaq, as you know. So when the Bitcoin cannot go down and go up state, right? That's where you notice the Nasdaq also do the same thing. So if you're asking me as a trader, if you happen to see the Bitcoin coming down first while the Nasdaq haven't come down, there's a very high chance that Nasdaq will follow later. Now, is there any direct relationship here? Well, there is because of all the chip makers and all these AI companies, they're all under Nasdaq, right? So that's why when one move, the rest all move at the same time. So for Bitcoin today, you can see that it is above OP. So you just, for people who are going to buy, you can buy. But people who want to sell, you shouldn't be touching it at all because it's now above OP. That's my point. All right. So when the market is with you, then you go for the kill. If it's not with you, then just leave it alone. Yeah. Okay. So you look carefully on this Bitcoin, right? There is a potential uptrend here, and you have the diamond line, which is here cutting it through. So unless we can see a very strong rapport over here where it crossed it up and above the diamond line, then we can see the target can be as high as 65,100 to 65,914. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 8 right now. All right, guys, as I was saying to all of you, I really doing my best to help everybody to make money. And ever since we saw the opportunity between this K trend followed by Diamond Line and KSI, these three things add together, usually it's a very strong sell or buy signal. Okay, this one you can play with your friends and come back to me, and that will give you a little bit more time to rest and also give you a perspective of the market. All right. All right, I'll do the last one before we end the session. Now we already done the diamond line. We have done the this so-called combination of diamond line with this K trend. Now, I want you to take notice of a very important thing, which is the KCX. Now, when the market is bearish, the KCX is useless. But when the market is bullish, then the KCX play a part. So you can see at the moment right now, right, you have a green KCX over there, and of course the market wants to stay above the OP, and it's yellow candle. You can get a normal person, but and you can see over here. You can see that this is a cluster of red, but the red here itself is higher than the red cluster earlier. So that's why the market the very next day, once the color turns to yellow, you can buy. Now, some people will ask this question, which happened just now in Cambodia and this Vietnam. Okay, let's just take a hypothesis here. If this is actually A, where when the market opens and trade above, you buy, or you wait for B, where the market already went down, already people took profit on it. So now this is B because it's a all right. So should we buy here? Yes or no? Now, if you put your answer yes, it's not wrong because it's above OP and the CCRY. But if you can buy a little bit earlier, like the big boys, won't you think it's better? All right, so this is something to watch out for, yeah? Now, last one is the KCB. Let me just read through KCB and that will wrap it up. Okay, so let's take a look here and you can see that how it works for Doji tomorrow. So you can see that if there's going to be a Doji tomorrow, right? Example, in this case, the first target should be here because this is the black candle down. And then after that, subsequently, you look at the black candle all being covered, right, until here. Right, so what happened is that you can see the market really do it. Oh my God. So what happened is that the market really break the KCB right here. And where it stopped? Exactly at the KCB here. Oh my God. The market stopped exactly down. The opening price over here, let me double check, is 4164. And the highest point over here is 4166. Oh my God. This is how crazy accuracy is. When you draw the so-called technical line, right? On KCB, you can leave it there for alone. And of course, if time permits, you can get this, you can check on it more. So now what we can see is that there is a very clear target downwards. And so for gold, if it goes down, can be going down as low as 4010. Right, going high, I think that I will looking to see here 4186. All right, and you see how it goes here. So KCB can be used as a target. That means that you use it as a target board to go to where you want as technical level. But if the market cannot go up, like what you can see here, it touches but fail to go up and pull back, then you can expect it to sell. And because it's going to sell, if you do a black candle here, then obviously the target will be the white candle and so forth. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press the next number. That will be number what? 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So that will be the key point for today's sharing. Just basically what happened the next time we do, it will be another topic. Today we talk about the very important K trend. We talk about this having the diamond line, and we talk about this having the KSI together with us. Then after that, right, I talk about very importantly is that the KCX that is meant for bull market or when it's above 5 minutes. And of course, the next thing that we talk about is the KCB. It's very important for KCB. You should use KCB in a different angle also. It's just for target and also become an intermittent resistance and support. So let me show you something very important. So example, you can see on this particular day on the gold market. Now let me show you to you. All right. So you can see that gold was going up over here for a couple of days. And then after that, you can see the black candle appearing on the screen right now, right? You can see. And after you notice that, if you draw a technical level at the KCB, now you can tell a friend straight away in their face that if the market breaks below 4124, there's a very high chance that you will see 4035. And you just have to follow the steps. And what happened? You can see, my God, the market really did it. The market basically closed on this day below the so-called the KCB. By closing below it, it gives a little bit more room towards the end of the meeting. And you can see the market really stopped there perfectly before, and this is how it goes over there. So that's why from here it's very clear that the this is going to be very helpful for people because tomorrow is
Sorry, Cal, can you share screen?
Right? Sorry, my bad. You didn't share.
Thanks, Cal.
You just jam again. Okay, sorry. Let's try this again. Thanks. Here, very slow at the moment. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so you can see that the screen here. Sorry, I just repeat myself then, missed out then. Okay, so you can see that once the market goes below the KCB here, the market really touched the KCB at the bottom here. And once it touches a support over here, you can see almost instantly the next candle rebound. So that means that when you draw your KCB line, right, it can use as a resistance, as a TP, sorry, and then also can use as this support and resistance too. So that's why it's very important for tomorrow market, right? For tomorrow, you do this tonight. Okay, for tomorrow gold market is definitely a doji day. Tomorrow, it's no doubt. So tomorrow, I already draw myself. Terrible. I will draw this line as my target for the upside, and I draw another line for the downside, which is here. So tomorrow, I expect the market to touch either one of them. So the OP will be the guide, and then I target them. And along the way, I will use the 5-minute chart K trend to maximize my targets towards upside. If not, then I'll maximize the downside. Okay. So this particular trade at least worth downside is worth about $40. Upside is worth about $70. Upside 70, downside 40. So don't need to care whether which side the market go. You just have to follow through. Okay, Ken? All right. Is there something for reversal? What do you mean by that, Terence?
Like to spot potential downtrend or uptrend.
Don't have. You just have to. If the market break the KCB of a support level, break the KCB, then of course you go to the next KCB lah, and that's the downtrend anyway. But tomorrow for K trend or gold don't have anything, yeah, no uptrend, no downtrend. So tomorrow go just follow the OP and the KCB. Okay, so tomorrow I will be more online on the global side, and I will guide you guys. Then we try to achieve like one of the KCB, either up, down one or up. At the moment now, based on what I'm seeing, because Donald Trump did not bomb Iran as expected, but it's still very early, yeah. This guy can go crazy anytime. So because of that, right now, right, the US futures now in the IG market is trading higher because there's no bomb. So no bomb, then of course the market buy. But if any time from now till tomorrow morning, if Donald Trump trigger happy, then the whole thing will change again. Okay, so that is what is going to likely be happening. So just take note, yeah. Oh, the moment now is still good news. And it's very typical of Donald Trump. He always say something, but then he never do. The typical taco, yeah. All right. And also, yes, indeed, we talk about the Bitcoin that is very interesting related with the NASDAQ. If the Bitcoin is going up first, usually the NASDAQ will follow to the buy side. So vice versa, if the market is actually, if the Bitcoin is coming downwards instead, and then after that, you notice that the NASDAQ will follow through, yeah? So normally the NASDAQ will move first, then followed by normally the Bitcoin will go first, then followed by the NASDAQ. Now, Ethereum has very limited influence to the NASDAQ. It's more on Bitcoin. So watch out for the Bitcoin, yeah? Okay, guys, that will be all for today. I know that some of you just came in, apology, but then we have finished everything. And if you want the recording, then just please wait for tomorrow night. It will be ready by tomorrow night, not today. Okay, today it's a Sunday. I don't want to stress my team. Right, it's not fair to them. Tomorrow night will be cool. So remember, if the market on Monday, if it's more directional, Tuesday, Wednesday, please be careful because it's a FOMC meeting. This is going to be very important. Usually Tuesday, Wednesday, if Monday is a Monday, if we move directional, Tuesday, Wednesday, please don't trade or trade very small and take fast profit because you will likely be giving back the profit if you just hang on it. Yeah. Of course, this is just example and experience. Who knows, the market may go up 3 days, 4 days, who knows, right? Nothing, no one is for sure. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Take care. I need to go for my dinner and take care. Bye-bye.